Hi Aquarius, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zipporah the Lux Angel, and today I am back with another tarot card reading. Aquarius, please remember that these readings are timeless, general, and for entertainment purposes only. That means only listen to what directly applies to your personal situation, leave the rest for someone else. And by all means, please contact licensed professionals and or the proper authorities regarding any mental, medical, legal, or financial emergencies and or crises. That being said, let us begin. First things first, the handbag of the day is my beautiful Louis Vuitton Neverfull MM, and she will serve as the vision board inspiration for all you abundance manifestors out there. If you'd like to see me styling my luxury capsule collection, you can check out the playlist I have here on YouTube called Battle of the Bags. All right, Aquarius, let us begin. I'm going to start with choosing a deck. And the deck I'm going to use for you today is my No Names Please Tarot deck from Amazon. And it just says tarot cards with meanings on them, so we'll just take them at their word. I'm going to shuffle. If you don't want to stay through the shuffling, I'll have the timestamp listed in the description box for you below. All right. Please and thank you, Spirit. Aquarius energy. Please and thank you, Spirit. Messages for Aquarius. Oh. Aquarius energy. Please and thank you, Spirit. Messages for Aquarius. Aquarius energies. Please and thank you, Spirit. Messages for Aquarius. Please and thank you, Spirit. Aquarius. Aquarius. Alrighty. Let us begin. What do we have for Aquarius, Spirit? What are we doing here? Oh, we're starting off with a Two of Cups. All right, we are finding our reflection, finding someone we can vibe with, someone or something, I will say. Could even be just spirit. Oh, with the Nine of Pentacles? What? Oh, wait, this is nice, Aquarius. Okay, all right. We have some sort of, okay, I'll say camaraderie at the very least with this Two of Cups. We have some camaraderie, but we also have some independence and success and beauty and luxury. So it's like you might be, dating or meeting up with people, but you still are, maintaining a sense of independence and singlehood, just enjoying yourself. You might be enjoying like the dating process, or you might just be enjoying getting to know someone. But it's not necessarily like super serious because you're maintaining your independence. And yeah, we have a Two of Pentacles now. All right. Two of Pentacles is not the same as the Nine, okay? Four of Swords, okay? Maybe this is why that you would, in romantic relationships, be maintaining a sense of independence, because could be perhaps in a previous entanglement. And I just say that just because the way that this is like, entangled. And in previous entanglements, like what if it did say entanglement on this card? Like I almost thought I saw it. I did not though. Okay. In previous engagements, you could have found yourself trying to balance and find the time between their needs and your needs and what's more of a priority, especially when I see this Four of Swords, which is the astrological significance is Jupiter in Libra. And, Libra is very other oriented and they like to take care of other people. And so you may, when you get into relationships, you may be the kind who focuses on your partner's wants and needs and being there for them. Or in the past, you may have done that. And it just left you little time to recuperate for yourself. It was hard for you to find that balance. So now it could be where you're saying, well, I'm going to maintain my sense of singlehood or independence, even if, I'm dating or in relationships, because I need to be able to balance just like taking care of myself and pouring into myself, or spirit is encouraging you to do that. Like you want to rest. You want to be at peace and at rest and not feel like you have to like juggle a whole bunch of spinning plates here. And I'm seeing you, well, yeah. All right, let me get something else with this. Because I'm seeing you having the opportunity to do that. Let's see. Yeah, see? 8 of Cups. And that's right up under this 2 of Cups. Well then. Okay. That's what I'm saying. So in any new connections, you're like keeping it a little more lighthearted and not getting too serious. But by serious, I mean like moving in together, like taking big steps together, like not blending your lives together, you know. It's more relaxed. Maybe you keep your own place, they keep their own place, and then y'all, you know, get together when y'all want to or whatnot. We have a 9 of Swords. See, this is why I said that 2 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles don't seem like this. 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, those are 2 different energies. So I'm getting somebody else's energy here. Someone could have walked away from you because of this like independent type energy that you have. Like you could have been like, no, yeah, let's just, you know, I don't want to necessarily move in together, or I don't want to, you know, I'm really getting that for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's this 4 of Swords in the 4th house, like give that a rest, you know, home type things. But someone may have been just worried about your independence and your beauty. And so because they can't have you locked down, they may have walked away from the connection because of anxiety. Because of that you could have had somebody who wanted to control you in the relationship, and that's why they would even suggest that y'all move in together in the first place. And maybe your spirit sensed that and was like, no, and that's why you just wanted to maintain your own place. And that could be your new value right now, is like, yeah, I'm just going to maintain my own place because I don't want to move in with somebody and then feel like we have with this Libra in this 4th house energy. I don't want to feel like I'm serving someone else, which could be naturally a role that you take on when you're in relationship. I don't know what your other placements are, Aquarius. You could have strong Libra placements, or strong Venus placements, that could make you more prone to losing autonomy, and you want to get that autonomy back, and that's a beautiful thing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But it's like a previous connection, they could have walked away or because of all this worry of how attractive you are, romantic you are, a catch that you are, however, so single or just so free. They wanted to kind of lock it in, you know. See, we got the Empress. That's right. We have the Empress. Yeah, you're a nurturer. You're a natural nurturer. And you must be learning this about yourself, or maybe Spirit wants you to know this about yourself. For some of you, if you have a connection where it's not quite clicking, this could be why it's happening, because Spirit wants you to take care of yourself more rather than pouring into others at this time. Because remember I said about this 2 of Pentacles, it's like, you know, struggling to find the balance between pouring into others and giving back to yourself. Well, the Empress knows how to give to herself because she cannot give unless she receives, right? So Spirit wants you to focus on yourself, and that's why this would be happening. So if there's any relationships leaving your life right now, or not working out quite well, or maybe the timing is off, or there's just disputes or anything like that, it could be because of this energy. Because A, Spirit wants you to focus on yourself. B, this other person may want you in a way that would hamper your creativity and your autonomy and just your ability to thrive, because you would be doing what they want a lot of the time, people pleasing them. We have the sun here. I gotta say though, whoever this person is who may have walked away because of your independent energy, ain't no sunshine when you're gone. Their life is boring and stuck and just, and I don't mean stuck, like they could be a whole thriving enterprise. But what I mean is like, they're just going through the motions. Like you're the Empress and the Sun, a Two of Cups and a Nine of Pentacles, like beauty, love, nurturing, care, happiness, joy. Like they have a lot of that with you. But when you're gone, it's just them doing mundane juggling of their work-life balance and then needing to rest. I see a lot of juggling and then needing to rest. I see a lot of traveling and then being worried. Like their world without you is just stress, to be honest. Just stress. And then the only time there's no stress is when they're sleeping. Seriously. And it's like you brought the pleasure and the warmth into their life, and I mean that sucks for them. I couldn't get with the program. We have a Seven of Cups. They're confused. They're confused. They don't know what to do. Spirit wants you to know that you don't have to stay with any one body though. You have endless choices. Okay? You can dream up new realities if you want to, as the Empress in the first place. Well, this person is just thinking about you a lot. If y'all are in separation, definitely thinking about you, the connection y'all shared, how good it was with you. And they're probably realizing like, dang, I couldn't hack it. Like I was very insecure and I couldn't hack it with this great person. And now here you are, here I am, is what they're thinking. Like just bored is what I'm really seeing. Without you in their life, all they have is, looks like their work. Maybe they travel a lot for work with this Eight of Cups. And even in the Two of Pentacles, there's like juggling and traveling. There's like two different ships in the background. And then they just need to rest and reprieve after that. They don't get any joy and sunshine in their life unless it's you. They don't get any Venusian, luxuriating, pleasure-based energy unless it's you. Everything else is just work and rest. The Spirit says you don't need to, because you're independent, Nine of Pentacles and Empress, okay, very independent, and you don't need anybody else's resources. You don't need anybody else's even love, because you have that all within yourself. Because of that, you can walk away from environments where people are trying to, you know, put you in illusion so that they can manipulate and control you. Like this other person may have tried to do that. Like they might have tried to do reverse psychology on you in some way to make you want to get down with what they want you to do. And it didn't work because you're maintaining your peace, or Spirit is encouraging you to do so. Yeah, Spirit wants you to make your dreams a reality. Like Spirit said, you had enough of pouring into other people. Y'all must have some strong people pleaser tendencies. And Spirit said, that's not even what you came here for. You don't got that Aquarius sun for no reason. That's why the sun card came here. Like, you need to pour all that back into yourself. And it's not that Aquarius is, you know, supposed to be single or anything like that, because Aquarius, you know, that's like the friendship sign. It's about, you know, companionship and camaraderie, at least camaraderie, you know, but it's about the right camaraderie, the right associations, and still maintaining your autonomy through that as well. We have a Two of Wands. Yeah, this person is in regret. They're in regret. They walked away from this connection thinking that they were going to go off and find other options, but none of these options compare to you. It's just a sea of endless, like they may have a lot of options, but none of them compare to you. Like what is even in these flipping cups? Okay. Like if all of these cups were combined, they might get a, you know, half of an Empress. This is only the, what is this? This is only the 8 though. No, is this the 7? This is the 7. This is only the 7. Like if these turned into pentacles, they still wouldn't get They would be at the Seven of Pentacles, still waiting for what you already have, which is the Empress, Nine of Pentacles. So it's like they may have all these options, but none of them even all together compared to you. Is that young baby Tate line. I'm a 5-course meal. Half these bitches barely snacks. Period. And so they went out there because they're like, oh, you ain't going to get on my type time. You know, I got the world in my hand. I mean, this could be, I mean, we have an Empress here. So this could have been an Emperor type energy. Like, well, you need to get on. Look, it says Mars and Aries too. This card represents Mars and Aries. Exactly. Where it's like they need to be in the lead and being the one making the plans and all that stuff. And look, they wanted to control you. Let's be real. And they were worried that they couldn't. And then now they're worried that they can't. Now they're worried that they can't even come back to you because you may know about the fact that they have all these other options and you're not even taking them seriously anymore. And now they're worried about all the options that you can have because they know. With this energy, Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Empress, the Sun, oh yes. They know you can. And it's like, I see them wanting to come back around a little bit. Like, not a little bit, like, I see them wanting to come back around and maybe compromise, as in they're going to bring you an offer. They're hoping, though, they're worried. They're like, they don't know who you could be with and what those people might be offering you. And they're like, do I even have enough to offer if I came back and tried to put my hat in the ring again? They're so worried about that. And like, they're just like, why did I walk away from this? Why did I do this? They know they like self-sabotage this, trying to control the uncontrollable. Like, what? You're not controlling the Empress just because you got some Martian energy. That's number one. And nobody's giving up their autonomy and independence for a control freak. So we have Justice. Ooh. More Libra energy. Y'all must have strong Venus or Libra placements out here. We have the Empress and Justice out here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm a boss, I'm a leader, I pull up in my 2-seater. Like, I don't need you coming in trying to control me, sir or ma'am. So yeah, Spirit is saying that's right. Okay, that's exactly right. Maintain your balance. Somebody want to be with you, especially if you're a feminine and they're a masculine. They need to learn to pour into you so you can receive. A lot of masculines, and I'm not talking about genders. I'm talking about literally those who are identifying more as masculine. They are acting more in feminine energy. Like they want to be the ones to just sit. Like they think that being masculine nowadays is sitting up on a throne and having someone serve them. And that's just not the case. They need to work on that. We have the Strength card. Exactly. But dang, look at all this energy right here, though. Look at all these major arcana, especially just in this quadrant. Let me look at this. The Sun and the Strength card. That is double Leo energy. Remember what I said about autonomy? Okay, that is 2 solar plexus, Sun, Leo energy cards. Your strength is in your authentic self-expression, and it's like you didn't have enough time to do that because I feel like you may have a default where you love or love romance or love connection or something like that. Okay, that's why the Two of Cups came out first. And it's like maybe you don't realize that you begin to pour into your other people naturally. Whatever, I don't know what your placements are. It must be, like I said, strong either Venus or Libra energy, but like you may not realize that if you get into a committed type relationship or where y'all are living together, you naturally take on the nurturer, caretaker role. And it's just what's natural to you. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you need to realize it and recognize that you need to be poured into too. So at this particular stage in your life, what is meant for you is to stay strong in your autonomy, authenticity, and independence. because you need to, I mean, with the Four of Swords, it's almost like you need to heal and recuperate from a past connection, like I said, where you were giving, giving, and juggling in order to give. Because, I mean, with the Empress card here, that's what you feel like is your role to do, right? That's what you feel is just with this Justice card. But when you're more single, you have more, you focus on pouring that all into yourself. So this is why this is happening to you at this time. So you can focus on your dreams and your goals, and anybody who wants to come into your life is going to need to come in and offer to you, not just sit up and act like you're supposed to baby them and take care of them. The time of babying grown ass adults is over, especially if this is a relationship, a romantic partnership, which I'm talking about here with this Two of Cups. No, we're not having any man child, no man child around here. No, I'm not taking care of you, ain't gonna do your laundry, I ain't your mama, right? And it's not because you don't want to do that for them, it is because the entitlement for real. This person, your past person, whomever, they were entitled. And like some masculine energies are, they literally have this, I'm not even gonna call it traditional, because what is traditional really, right? There's many different cultures all over the world where there's different things that are traditional. I will call it masculine worship based. Let's be real, okay? I'm not going to say it stems from these Abrahamic religions, and I'm not going to say that. But what I am going to say is some of these Abrahamic religions, if not all of them, put men up here and put women down here. Even though Jesus and them was like, just like, they forget that one part in the Bible where it's not just, wives submit to your husbands. They always forget that part right after that says, and husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church. Christ would do anything for the church, even died for the church. And these masculines nowadays, that's not what they're about. They're about dominion and dominance, and you need to do what I say. And that's not how that was supposed to be ever. And maybe that's why in this day and age, God gave us all this freedom. At least in the West, we're still praying for the other countries where, they're working on it. But what I'm saying is this is not today. Not today. They need to learn to grow up. You need to not be having to use your strength over men children. You need to use your strength to shine and to radiate your beauty and aura and do the things that you want to do. Anyway, we have a King of Cups. Oh, they thinking about you. Thinking about you. Oh, no. I've been thinking about you. No. I've been there. They thinking. Look at this. Oh my gosh, bro. They ain't just thinking, bro. They must be praying. They're planning though, for real. Like, this wasn't just no little card up in this. Like, they are really making plans. Oh, snap. Like, I was running right over that because we wasn't caring. We was thinking about you and your autonomy and how you need, your own spot and maintain your own spot. Because even if you get together with somebody, y'all have your own spot. So you're not just serving them. Okay? Because let's be real. A lot of these traditional relationship proponents, what they really want from the feminine in the situation is free labor. Well, you're supposed to be cooking and cleaning. No, we can both cook and clean. Especially if I'm working. Get the fuck out of here. Like, why these mofos think that y'all both supposed to work, but then only you supposed to do the housework? You can clean your own drawers. What the fuck? Whatever, that's not the point. Let me get back to this reading. Okay, that Spirit wants you to be in a Nine of Pentacles Empress. That's who you are. They want you to be able to shine as your wonderful royal self, not be like, cooking and cleaning all day and not getting any help. And the thing is, we do cook and clean, and that's fine. Everybody has to cook, everybody has to clean, unless they hire it out, which you probably could, looking at this stuff right here. But my point is, though, like, this is what these archaic chauvinistic types will think. And unfortunately, that permeates into the other masculines, and they low-key start thinking, oh, that is how it's supposed to be. That's tradition. Yes. It's like, no, that's not how it's supposed to be. You said like handmaids and stuff like that. But the point is like, that's not your only role. But basically, Spirit wants you to be 30, flirty, and thriving. You might not be 30, you might be some other age, but they want you to be your beautiful, vibrant self, not at the beck and call of someone else's authority. You are an empress, justice. You got your own effing authority and your own clarity. And with the justice card, you're also intelligent. You're not just some out here. But what I was trying to say is, at the bottom of this deck, they must be, wow, they're in love. They must be praying. They must be wishing, hoping, thinking, praying, and they are planning to come forward. Yeah, this situation must have got them all the way together. They like I said, remember I said they were stuck, stifled, and bored. Like that's a card from one of these oracles. This is the Oracle of Shadows and Light. That's one of the cards, like, that I got that from. But yes, like, they're in their life feeling trapped in their life. Because without you, without this Venus, without this sun, all they have is their work and sleep. No play, no pleasure. And even if they're playing, like I said, you're a 5-course meal, these other bitches barely snacks. They're not going to find another you, basically. And they see that and they know that. And so they're going to come forward and express that and try to be more just. They're going to try to be more fair and balanced. Yes, 2 balancing cards right here, the Temperance card and the Chariot. Okay? And it goes from the King of Cups to the King of Swords. They're going to try to be more just, more upright, and yeah, rather than all this bull. Yes, yeah. In the past, it was like y'all was taking on all the burden of the relationship, the emotional labor, the real labor, hard labor, physical labor, just being what you thought was, especially if you're a feminine, being, what you thought was the feminine counterpart. But it's like, femininity is not just caretaking, it's also shining and thriving. Okay? Oh yeah, this got them all the way together. Now all they can think about is getting back to you and trying to make this right. This got them all the way back together. Okay, so if y'all was in separation, just know that separation was very necessary for them to get their mind right. It's like, yeah, go out and go and see what's out there for you. Oh, you need control. Oh, you need to have me locked down. Oh, I can't be myself and shine and have my own over here. Okay, well, you can go find somebody who wants to do what you want them to do. And they found them, and they are not an Empress Justice. Okay, that's not what they are. They're the little handmaidens. It is. They're who the Empress would hire. You can go on, mess with them, and then have dominion and be bored because you don't have somebody on your level whom you can level with. It is like a grown adult with a child. And we're talking about on the level of mentality and spiritual rank. Let's just put it out there. It's like they're not actualized. How about that? They're not self-actualized, which is why they're constantly pouring off into another person. And honestly, just it's codependency. What they're finding is codependence. That's what they're finding. And it's boring. They actually are finding that they want someone that they can level with. Nah, there you go. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. I'm going to go in with the Fearless Oracle by Rachel Photon. Yeah, well, I said there was praying. The prayers, bro. Baby, come back. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Yes. Wishing and hoping and thinking and praying. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. They needed to learn, evolve, and grow. And so that's probably why this whole situation happened, for their growth and your growth. Like I said, The feminine ancestors are smiling down on you because they're like, we worked very hard to try to get y'all freedom and autonomy, because dealing with masculines is like, we thank God for the masculines and all that they can do for us, and, you know, building up the grid and the structures and all that. That's great. Yay. But like dealing with them, oh, child. Like, you know that saying, you can't live with them, you can't live without them. It's like, yeah. Like, if I'm gonna have you in my life, I need you over there at your own place. Okay? So thank you, feminine ancestors, for all the work you have done. That at least in some parts of the world, we have autonomy to say, no, please go back to your place. When it's all over, please get up and leave. In the words of Destiny's Child. Okay. And I'm not one of those who's just like, oh, yay, only independent women. Like, for all the lifestyles that y'all want. But for this right here, this reading, yes, you need your independence, because otherwise you would just be over giving. Ah, what? Spirit, don't be playing poo, okay? Empowerment, self-love. You can't make this up. You can't even make it up, bro. Look at that. First card out. And y'all saw me shuffle and all that stuff. Self-care, self-improvement, giving power to yourself, building an empire, making one's life better, letting go of unempowering things. Exactly. Okay? Exactly. Ain't nothing else need to even be said. Spirit said, empower yourself. Then we have chance, risk. It says you win on here. Okay? Yeah, taking a risk. Okay? Yeah, so this, you may have not even planned for this to happen. Like, you walked away from that previous relationship, and Spirit wants you to embrace the fact that you're gone from whatever previous connection that was, because in this time of you being on your own, you're going to see that you're actually in the winning position. Okay? You may have taken a risk and bet on yourself, and it is going to pay off. And this, like I said, this is not to say that, you know, being together with someone in a traditional type way is wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But for you and this energy, you need your independence. Period. At least for this time in your life. All right. Look, we got the masculine. Here they come. And it's above the Empress. That's what I'm saying. This is some sort of divine union. We did see the soulmate and the twin flame card. Okay? And Spirit wants you to balance your masculine and your feminine. Okay? Yeah, you were spending too much time in your feminine, but in an over-giving type way. It wasn't... See, this is what it is. This is what it is. The balance of your masculine and feminine. Spirit wants you to pour your feminine energy not into caretaking a masculine. They want to pour your feminine energy into creating for yourself. Yes. Spirit wants you creating. This is why we have the Empress and the Sun here. That is creativity. All right. Then we even have the Leo card, right? Leo rules the 5th house of creativity. And even with the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles has developed something and crafted something to where they could sell it and make money off of it and have an income where they don't even have to work anymore. That's what Spirit wants you to do. Focus on your plans, your goals, empower yourself. And the masculine in your life would be there for added pleasure, for 2 of Cups. They're like some icing and some sprinkles. They're not your whole cake. And that's what Spirit is trying to say. Look at this. What I say about them trying to come back. Oh, they're trying to come back. Baby, come back. Forgiveness. True love. Just like with this King of Cups right up under here. Yeah, they want to come back. They realize that it's not worth it. Like trying to control something that doesn't need to be controlled. Like they need to trust you. That's what they need to do. They need to trust. Like why they're worried about you being hot and single and independent and all that. Do you trust me though? Like you can't be trying to control me out of insecurity. That's not healthy. Yes, letting go of grudges, moving on from betrayal, no longer wanting revenge, giving grace, receiving grace, exonerated, not holding against. They're hoping that you won't hold it against them, that they walked away. They're hoping that they can come back and that you would be open to renewing something with them. Um, that's going to be different for all y'all and up to you. What's at the bottom of this? Yeah, we have truth. Yeah, they're going to be coming back and speaking their truth. They're going to be, remember I said they want to come back and be more fair, more balanced. This is really giving justice card. All right. Integrity, honesty, ethics. They're going to be like, I'm sorry, Okay, I want you to be yourself too. What's your truth? Let's talk about it. So they're looking into ways. Yeah, first of all, they're trying to see if you're seeing anybody else. Remember I said he was looking at the Seven of Cups. They want to know. They want to see if you got options. They're looking into it because they want to see. Remember I said they were worried, like, what would they be competing against, and could they even compete against it? So they're doing a lot of research, and they're keeping tabs on you, on your social media, see if you're talking to anybody and things like that. What did I say? Dominance. That's what they were about before. But look at that. Medicine. That's what's healing. That's what they needed to go heal. Overpowering, controlling, commanding. Okay. That's what they're healing. But it does say that they are healing. And I'm getting that with this King of Cups and the Temperance, they are actually healing. Like, this whole situation probably happened for the both of you, for you to get your autonomy and to start creating rather than serving. Both energies are not bad, they're good. But you had more of the one than the other. You were serving and not creating for yourself. So spirit wants you to get to balance your feminine energy by creating for yourself, and that's where the masculine comes in. But I'm seeing them healing their energy, which is why we have a Chariot, which is why spirit would even allow them to even think about coming back to you. But they're going to come back, what? In this King of Swords type energy, more upright, more fair, more balanced, more just. So I am seeing that happening. And then they're going to be studying how they can come back into your life, child. So yeah, they probably looking you up on social media. As soon as I said that, I looked down, it's like community socializing, like social media. That's how they're trying to get information on you. So, and they might see that you are happy and doing well, or y'all could have taken a break from social media, some of y'all, because you're protecting your peace right now. Yeah, they want to come back in. And I am seeing them healing, at least in this right here, because we do have true love on this forgiveness card. And I'm not saying where they did anything wrong to you, but take that where it resonates. Different situations for everybody. I'm just seeing where they may have cut it off or didn't take you seriously or acted like they didn't want you or whatnot because you're too independent and all this. I need somebody who I can, live with and just be there every day and all this stuff, when I'm not even sure that's what they really want, because they get that with these little, what they call pick-mishas, and they can't take it. They don't like it. They may be even realizing that that's not even what they want, right? At least not with these other people. They would have it with you because you're their empress. They ain't gonna have it with them. But they want you back in their life regardless of how they have to do that. And so I see them making the changes necessary for that to take place. So that would mean that this would be a separation of y'all's union so that y'all can heal and balance you, so that you can learn to stop pouring into others and pour more into yourself. It's not stopping pouring into others. It's stopping overly giving, overly focusing on others, and focusing back on yourself. What do you want? You grow your own thing and allow someone else to pour into you, and you learn to receive at this time in your life. And it's for them to realize they need to stop overpowering. It's not their role to overpower you. That's not the role. Protect, sure. Provide for, sure. But y'all are two counterparts, equals, coming together to have a balanced union. So y'all may find that a traditional relationship is not necessarily what you all need. Even if y'all do get together and have a traditional relationship, it may look different. Like you might still keep your own place or something. Like, I'm just saying, y'all are healing this past conditioning that says a relationship needs to be like this. So that, again, you can have your autonomy and this person learns how to properly give to the feminine, not just take from the feminine. That's what they need to learn. All right. We ain't gonna go out of our way and, go as far as to call them, toxic masculine or anything like that. But what we are going to say is that, they needed to balance that masculine energy and learn how to be in the healthy masculine energy of providing and protecting, not dominating, and controlling. That's what they needed to learn. All right. So Aquarius, that is a message that I have for you all today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you got something beneficial from it. And I thank you for stopping by this reading. Please remember to like, share with someone who cares, save it to a playlist for future reference, and by all means, subscribe for more wonderful readings and luxurious eye candy such as this. And until next time, have a gorgeous day. Bye.